the way you shot, or was it what they did to make you shoot the way you shot?
Yeah, you do have to give them credit. I thought we started the game out great. Those first 4 or 5 minutes, they went to the zone. That definitely flattened us out. And then from there, our level of energy, detail, and willingness to go to different layers of our offense, so, was not great. And then obviously, yeah, it always looks a little bit different if you knock down shots. I mean, there were some stretches, during the first half. I thought we had some good looks where we went several empty possessions, and they were packing the paint. They were staying in the zone, and I would have too, But there was some detailed things where we didn't just only have to live with those, our aggressiveness and like body movement, player movement. Those were not, examples of our best body of work. And they made us pay the price, for that. They played well, for the most part until those last 5 minutes. I thought defensively we were able to weather some storms. I thought that we were going to be able to, be able to keep it close enough to make a run at it, in the fourth quarter. And then, when we needed to get some extra stops since we weren't shot making, there tended to be a costly breakdown or offensive rebound that led to kind of a deflating play.
Erik, when a team is packing the paint like that and playing zone, do you generally want a slightly different mix of threes and drives, or would have wanted more drives tonight just because threes were not falling?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, at some point, they doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on, protecting the paint, just daring us to shoot. And we do have to take those when they're available. And at the same time, there were opportunities where we could have moved our bodies a little bit more, cut more, run more, attack the paint more, move off of those drives a little bit more. Those would have been improvements in the margins. I think, also just a few more makes to stem the tide, that also could change the complexion or just the feel of some possessions, because defensively we were pretty good in that first half. I was encouraged by that. It was about as poorly as we could shoot in that first half, and we held them to 46. And then, as it continued to go on in the second half, our defensive resolve started to waver, in that fourth quarter.
You went to Cole for obvious reasons. What did you like about what you got out of him, and how much are you encouraging him in the same ways you did Duncan years ago, just to shoot whenever you had daylight?
Yeah, it's not an easy role, to come in there, to see. All right, there's been a bunch of missed shots. I have to come in there and I have to, make the longest shot, in this game. That's not an easy deal. But he's really worked at things, his player development, and then all of the games in Sioux Falls have kept him, in the same system. And, he's really played extremely well, there. So he's earned, these kind of opportunities, probably maybe even some more, throughout the course of the season. But we just overall were not able to do enough things offensively. It wasn't only the three ball, as I've been saying.
Coach, how would you sort of assess the defensive performance as a whole? Because obviously you held Zion to 4, which as an explosive player, that's pretty good. But then CJ had 30.
Yeah, basically what I said. I thought throughout, the first half it was in our wheelhouse. It's always tough to look at things objectively. You feel it. when they're going on runs, but we pushed that thing back. There's always going to be ups and downs. We pushed it to 46 to 42. That seems like a game in the 90s, the 1990s, that is. And then there was a tough start of the third quarter, defensively and offensively. And then we just had to dig and dig and dig, the rest of that quarter. And we did show some moments where we were able to do that, but not enough. And McCollum was very good. In those isolation situations, he was able to get to his spots and shot make. And also when we were in the zone, he had some big ones that made us think twice about staying in that. Thanks. All right, thank you.
Locker was open.